WeatherBELL Analytics meteorologist Joe Bastardi. Again, the spirit of these weekly updates, and this, of course, for Gosalt, all right, is that what we want you to do is make sure you hone in on the alerts, okay? The the day 1 and 2. We try to give you a an estimate way out in front, like for instance with that storm in the eastern Ohio Valley and what happened in New England this weekend. But the best we could do a week away is say, well, we got to watch out for this or watch out for that. Now, my heart is breaking this morning. All right, it's like you picked a fine time to leave me Lucille. That's how my heart's breaking because we have a wonderful upper air setup moving across the mid-Atlantic states right on time. And the problem is the low-level center is out at sea, and it's out at sea too far. So we did have some light snow in the mountains of the Carolinas up into West Virginia, and even snow into parts of Virginia this morning, salting and cindering snow, but not the big deal it could have been. It turned out to be a Peggy Lee type situation. So you got Kenny Rogers and Peggy Lee type weather situations on the field this morning. Okay. And I don't know what to say, except that if I listen to those songs enough, it depresses me. All right. So over the next 24 hours, beginning 18Z today, that's Weather Talk for 1 o'clock Eastern Time. Actually, it's Greenwich Meridian Time. Ending 1 o'clock tomorrow, not much going on. Now, we do have a clipper that's coming across that may be able to spread some light snow, salting and cindering snow, all the way to the coast as far south as Jersey and Long Island. That would come Wednesday afternoon into Wednesday night, and then it goes off. And then as far as the northeastern United States, that's it for the rest of the period. You can see we get things lining up in the plains again, and the chance next week will be if we get a front coming through and a wave develops on the front and comes up. Looking down the road to after that for the holidays, there is a way, and I don't know how much you see on weatherbell.com premium, where we do a lot of discussing of other years where there were warm patterns where things happened that would be very beneficial for you. But there are ways, if we get enough blocking in the upper levels of the atmosphere over Greenland and northeast Canada, where instead of just having that trough plummet into the west, we see it actually cut across and can create some real mayhem north of the Ohio River, north of the Mason-Dixon line to end the month. They may be boiling away in the southeast, but further north, there's just a fight going on. Right now, the fight looks like it's going to set up from Texas to the lakes. But if the block tries to take over, it actually sets up from Colorado more eastward toward Jersey. And that would change the equation somewhat. So it's something we're looking at. All right. Now you say, well, why can't you tell us what's going to happen? Because when it comes to blocking situations, it's very, very difficult to ascertain exactly where they're going to show up. We know they're going to show up, but because of the fact that the atmosphere does not like to be warm in the north and colder in the south relative to averages, it gets very difficult in trying to pick out where it's going to occur. I've in the past pulled out what I call Festivus miracles. Uh, they're not really miracles. They're the way the atmosphere behaves. Now, I suspect it's going to do it, okay? But I can't in good conscience tell you that definitely on December 7th, that December 20th, there's going to be a low coming through the Ohio Valley and another one reforming off the Virginia Capes. I can't tell you that right now, okay? I'd love to tell you that, but that domain is beyond me, okay? But what I do love to tell you is that you should enjoy the weather. It's the only weather you got.